Good morning everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi and we are about to discuss the daily current affairs as on 10th July 2020. So before beginning, I would like to tell you that if you are preparing for defense exams sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. You can also follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. Do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start our session. So let's start with the question of the day that I asked you yesterday. And the question was, what is International Court of Justice, which is ICJ? And so many of you have answered correctly and I really appreciate that. So ICJ is a principal judicial organ of United Nations. It is a principal judicial organ of UN and it was established in June 1945 and it was established by the Charter of United Nations and began its work in the April 1946. So when we talk about ICJ, its headquarters is in The Hague, Netherlands, and it is the only principal organ of the UN's. It is the only out of like 6 principal organs. It is the only principal organ of UN which is not located in America, which is not located in New York. So the court, it settles the dispute in accordance with the international law and it gives the advisory opinions. Please remember, it only gives the advisory opinions. The states, the countries are not bound to adopt their decisions. Okay, it only gives advisory opinions to legal questions referred by authorities, by like authorized UN organs or specialized agencies. Moving ahead, so the court, it composed of 15 judges who are elected in the term of the office for 9 years by the UN General Assembly and the UN Council. Both UN General Assembly and Security Council both elects the judges and it is assisted by a registry, that is administrative organ. So the official languages for the ICJ are English and French. Okay guys, so let's start our session. So the first article that we have is today. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he is about to dedicate 750 megawatt of Rewa solar project and this project will be situated in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, it is situated in Madhya Pradesh and this project will be comprising of 3 solar generating units of 250 megawatt each and they are to be located on 500 hectare plot of land situated in the solar park. So the solar park, it will be developed by Rewa Ultra Mega Solar Limited. It is a joint venture company of Madhya Pradesh Urja Vikas Nigam Limited and Solar Energy Corporation of India, which is a center public sector undertaking. So it will be a joint venture of these two. Okay. So talking about the Rewa solar project, it is the first solar project in the country to break the grid parity barrier. So this project, it will reduce carbon emission which is equivalent to approximately 50 lakh ton of CO2 per year. Apart from it, it is also Asia's largest 750 megawatt ultra mega solar project. And this is not it. Apart from it, this project has also received World Bank Group's President's Award for Innovation and Excellence and was included in Prime Minister's A Book of Innovations New Beginning. Okay, so these were the important points about the Rewa solar projects. Please remember that this project is in Madhya Pradesh, state of India. Moving ahead, so the next is UP startup policy. So this policy is approved by cabinet yesterday. This UP startup policy 2020 got approval by cabinet yesterday and until now Uttar Pradesh did not have any independent or comprehensive policy for the startup in the state. Until now, the policy of the startup was governed under the Uttar Pradesh Information and Startup Policy 2017. So when we talk about the UP Policy 2020, it is aiming to set up 100 incubators in all 75 districts of the states. So the policy, it is also expected to generate 1,50,000 employment and self-employment opportunities, including 50,000 direct jobs through this. So the Uttar Pradesh startup policy, it was prepared by the state government with the help of Niti Aayog back in 2018 only, but it got approval now. So talking about the UP Startup Policy 2020, it will be applicable for the 5-year term, okay? And the aim will be corporatization of more than 10,000 startups across the state in these 5 years. So the policy, it will also foster an enabling ecosystem and set up a state of art of excellence. So this news policy, it will also accord equal importance to the startups in the varied fields of like medical and health, agriculture, khadi, energy, education, transport, tourism, and so on. So the special emphasis to the startup ventures in the backward region of Bundelkhand and Purvanchal region will be given, and it will be given with an additional incubation and financial support to these two particular regions. Those are Bundelkhand and Purvanchal regions. Okay guys, so moving ahead, so the next article we have is Sri Lanka and Maldives. These are the first two countries of WHO's Southeast Asia region to eliminate measles and rubella virus. So the World Health Organization, it has announced on 8th July 2020 that Sri Lanka and Maldives both have eliminated rubella virus, also the measles. So these two became the first country from the Southeast Asia region to have successfully eliminated both the diseases. So when we talk about like when a country is verified to have eliminated by both the viruses, so when there is like no evidence of pandemic transmission for over 3 years by a well-performing surveillance system, then those country will be verified as having eliminated measles and rubella virus. So when we talk about the data, so the last endemic case of measles in Maldives was in 2009 and of rubella was in October 2015, while Sri Lanka reported the last endemic case of measles in 2016 and rubella in March 2017. So when we talk about the other countries, so in 2017-18, Bhutan, East Timor, North Korea and Maldives were the 4 countries from the Southeast Asia region of WHO to successfully eliminate measles virus. So just try to answer in the comment sections what are those like Southeast Asia region countries of WHO. If you don't know, just research about it and answer in the comment section. Okay, so in July 2019, Sri Lanka became the 3rd nation from the Southeast Asia region of WHO to eliminate the measles. Okay, so when we talk about the target year of WHO, so the target year was set up for eliminating the measles from Southeast Asia region was 2023. Okay guys, so let's move ahead. So the next is Samadhan Se Vikas scheme. So recently, Haryana government has decided to introduce Samadhan Se Vikas scheme. So this scheme is for the recovery of long pending dues on the accounts of external development charges and infrastructural development charges. So for these two charges, the dues were pending since long term. So this scheme is for that only. So the scheme is basically based on the central scheme of Vivad Se Vikas 2020. And this scheme was like there in the union budget as well. So moving ahead, it is important to know what is external development charges and what is infrastructure development charge. So when we talk about external development charge, so it is a charge which is paid by the real estate developer to civic authorities for maintenance of civic amenities. Okay, so this is a basic charge which is paid by the real estate developer to the government. Now, what is infrastructure development charges? So these are the charges which is paid by the real estate developer only to the state government for development of major infrastructure projects across the state. So the first one is for the maintenance of civil amenities and second one is for the infrastructure projects. So apart from it, let's take a quick revision of what is Vivad Se Vikas scheme. So it is a central government scheme and it is a direct tax scheme which was announced in the budget 2020 for settling up tax disputes between individuals and the income tax departments. So it was a central government scheme, and now Haryana government has launched the scheme for the long pending dues. Okay guys, so I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India. So as per 9th July 2020, so the active cases have reached to 2,69,789. The cured cases have reached to 7,76,377, and the deaths are accounted for 21,129. Okay guys, so this is it. It is the quiz time now. Try to answer these questions. So the first question in front of you is, what is first solar project in the country to break the grid parity barrier? So we just discussed. So the correct answer will be Rewa Solar Power Project. Okay, so the next question is, Rewa Solar Project is in which state? So the correct answer is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so you can just relate this with the Rewa. Rewa is the name of river Narmada. Okay, and Narmada is also known as Rewa. So that is why you can just relate and learn that it is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Next question is, UP Startup Policy 2020 is expecting how many incubators? So the correct answer is 100. Next is, which one is the first country of WHO Southeast Asia region to eliminate measles and rubella? So the correct answer is Sri Lanka and Maldives both. Okay guys, so the question of the day for you, what is Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme? So this is very much famous and very common scheme. I know all of you are aware about it. So just answer this in the comment section. So we'll discuss the complete scheme in the detailed manner in the next session. For that you will have to stay tuned. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.